Morning, everyone.
Morning. All right. So tonight is the first playoff challenge of the DK64 challenge series, featuring our top 4 runners for the DKCS2. Candyboots, MrTkettle, TJ, and Znernicus. I didn't pull up the leaderboard, but we had Znernicus on 100 points, TJ on 78, Candyboots on 74, Tkettle on 61. So those are the 4 runners who qualified for playoffs. And yeah, tonight's challenge will be a lot of fun. The format of the playoffs is we have 4 players, 3 challenges. So on the first challenge, the 4th place runner will be knocked out, and then the semi-final, the 3rd place will be knocked out to leave only 2 people for the final. And yeah, I think with that, we should be ready to start the challenge and show everyone the rules.
Is everyone ready in the race time?
Ready? TJ is actually not ready in the race time.
Yeah, I don't think I readied. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I don't think I readied. Sorry. Now I am.
And as usual, once the race time is going, you guys have to leave the PC.
Okay. You're not going to drag us out?
But we will DM you if we have questions
Actually,
about
no.
the rules.
Right.
Yeah, we'll drag you out if you have any questions. You can DM us.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right, so I'm going to start the countdown for 15 seconds, and good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck,
Good
everyone.
luck. Oh lord.
Oh man.
Here we go. So here we go. So
Oops.
All right, they're all off. You want to read the
All right.
challenge rules, Bismuth? I'll put them on in a second.
Yes, so
right.
the playoff challenge 1 is called Untrained Labor. So the objective is to obtain the highest game percentage within 90 minutes, an hour and a half. But they cannot complete any training barrels. So the training barrels are pretty big, not just because of like each of them unlocks a key move in the game, but also because they allow you to buy moves from Cranky. So that's a huge thing. And once the time is up,
Why is it echoing?
is it okay? Is it?
Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, that's my fault. The echoing should be over. Sorry about that.
All right. So once the time is done, everyone will pause, we'll calculate the totals, and if there somehow is a tie, then we'll do a sudden death. But the lowest percentage, it will be knocked out. So we go off game percentage. We have a little tracker. We're gonna try to keep it updated, but there is a small chance that we miss some stuff. Which, by the way, do you mind doing the top and I'll do bottom? Or you do left, I do
I'm
right?
gonna take care of. I'll take care of Candy Boots and TJ.
Okay. Also, do you mind the screen share? So, yeah. The training barrels, like I said earlier, they're really important, not just because the first one gives you diving, the second one gives you oranges, and then barrels and vines. So that in itself are like really, really basic stuff that show up all around the game. Like not being able to dive, you can see how it's a little tricky for them to swim. You can actually still dive if you see up, like immediately as you fall in water. So you'll see people just jumping and trying to see up to go underwater. So there are some ways you can work around these limitations, but as we see TKettle getting the first GB.
Znern and Candyboots also got the fairy.
Right. Okay. Keep this here. Do some restructuring here. Okay. So something pretty major for them is not having oranges means that entering Angry Aztec will be a lot more tricky. Because it's not just oranges. If you try to skew, you can't do beaver skew because that needs diving. And you can't do key 1 because that requires barrel. So the methods to enter Aztec are the phase walk or some crazy strat like the ledge clip moonkick, or so Candyboots just did the phase walk to get in. So the ledge clip moonkick or like old Diddy Aztec early with a standing attack instead of a chimpy charge. So getting into Aztec is actually really key because it unlocks Lanky. Which is another thing that this challenge makes hard, is unlocking Kong. I don't know if you want to go ahead and talk about the Kongs.
So, on the topic of unlocking Kongs, only 2 of them are unlockable without completing training barrels. They can get Diddy because Diddy only requires Coconut Gun, and they can free Lanky, who also only requires Coconut Gun. Chunky requires Simian Slam, and Tiny requires Chimpy Charge. So this will be Tiny-less, and it will be Chunky-less.
And for whoever can't get into Aztec, it will be Lanky-less as well. But yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, not being able to get into Aztec cuts you off from a huge amount of checks, especially because Lanky has a lot of really easy moveless bananas.
Yeah. I don't know if I can fit chat in here. It might be tricky for me. I think I can do it.
Does look like Znern and TJ both decided to start in Japes. Whereas, oh, TKettle did as well. Candyboots is the only one, I guess, who chose to go to Aztec first. He's getting a lot of coins.
Yeah, so you can still buy stuff. You can buy guns and instruments, but that's pretty much it. So, like, anything beyond, like, 6 coins per Kongs is kind of not really useful.
He might think that coins count towards the percentage.
Oh, that could be a reason. Right, we didn't explain what actually counts towards game percentage. So the in-game counter counts 0.4% per golden banana, so that's like the most of it, but that's 80.4% for L201. And then each crown gives you, I have it here, 0.5% per crown, 0.2% per fairy, 0.2% per medal, 0.25% per key, and 0.5% per special coin, the Nintendo and Rare coins.
The bean
The
does
bean
not
gives
count
you
towards percentage. It is 0%.
It gives you 801% actually.
Oh.
Alright, so we're 7 minutes in, and it's still pretty close. We have TJ's Znernicus and TKettle in the 1% range.
No, there's no percentage for beating payroll. And they
Yeah, there's
actually
no
wouldn't be able to because key 3 is not obtainable without Simian Slam.
Yeah, there's no like percentage for doing anything. It's always just like collecting stuff from the totals. There's also no percentage for like blueprints unless you turn them in for the golden banana. That banana is worth 0.4, but not the blueprint itself. And like turning in bananas to Trophenscope or turning in keys doesn't do anything more than just collecting the stuff. It's like the only reason you would want to collect colored bananas is just for the medals. Oops. Yeah, there's actually a special. Well, that was so weird. Znern was standing on the unloaded funky. There's actually a special check for if you have 101%, then it. What is it again? If you have 201 billion bananas, then it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know like the game actually specifically takes away percentage to make you have 99. There's a special check unless you have like everything to make it 101. I don't remember what it was. I think it actually says 99. But I don't remember what the game percentage shenanigans are for around 101, but I know there's like some special conditions.
Oh, I was wondering if we were gonna see Candy Boots go into Tiny's 5-door to get her fairy. Does everyone have Diddy at this point except for Candy
I
Boots?
think so.
Yeah.
Candy's going for Lanky first. That's an interesting strategy from Candy Boots. You could also ledge clip on the stairs. I think that would be easier. Oh, he got it though. If he can stay alive, it should be okay. Nice one.
Deciding not to worry about getting a spear.
I guess the Znern's in-game percentage position kind of obscures the color banana count. Not a huge deal.
Alright, Candy Boots is out of Aztec. And it looks like that's where TKettle's going.
I don't know if TKettle got the Jeep's medal. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a little hard to follow that everything that they're getting, so we're probably going to be off a little bit until we have like the full confirmation.
There's got a fairy.
Yep. Nice camera angle on TKettle's phase walk Aztec early. Oh, he can just walk into Aztec, that's it.
I'm kind of surprised Candy Boots is choosing a phase into Japes. It's a free banana if he didn't, but maybe he's gonna go do that later.
Yeah. Maybe the no training barrels is also like short-circuiting their brains a little bit, and they like forget about KMZ and other stuff. Because I know like someone else phased into Japes. I think it was Znern.
It's so weird seeing no vines in where TJ is right now.
The technology is untrained labor. We are just doing it manually.
Yeah. We're just trying to keep an eye on them.
All right. TKettle and Zern are getting the DK Blueprint and Aztec at the same time. Oh, we see the benefits of Llama cutscene skip, as Nern skips it and TKettle doesn't. The Llama tapping his foot for 13 seconds. Wow, they're really mirroring each other.
It's worth it for all of them to get every move they could possibly get. All of the instruments they can, all the guns they can.
Yeah, and it's not that much of a time investment to just get 3 instruments and 3 guns. It's like 2-3 minutes.
Oh, TJ's doing a ledge clip here.
A classic old school strategy to get into the minecart. And also to get the out of bounds banana.
Is it a Diddy banana, the out of bounds one?
Yeah, there's a out of bounds colored banana on there before.
Yeah, I knew that, I just didn't know it was Diddy.
So G-Boy, the win condition is get the most game percentage as possible. So the percentage is the game percentage that they have right now. It's based on the collectibles they're getting. They're mostly going to be focusing on golden bananas, but also medals, fairies, keys, crowns can get them there as well.
I'm sure we've missed a thing or two, but it is looking really close right now.
Yeah, everyone in 2% range. So at this point, we should probably talk about what they can and can't do. So as far as keys go, they're really limited because barrel is required for almost every boss fight. The only ones that they can get are keys 4 and 8, because 4 is Puff Toss, which is a boat. You just need to enter the boss and you'll control the boat. And key 8, you can just access Helm with TBS with DK and just get key 8 that way. Key 3 doesn't require barrel, but it requires Simian Slam, which requires all the training barrels to be done. So, yeah, that's, having no keys means that they can't enter Creepy Castle. And also they need to, enter every other level early.
Yeah, the other 3 started with Japes, which is a much more plentiful level going there the first time. I think Candyboots is slightly behind the others just because he decided to do Aztec first.
Alright, I must admit I haven't been paying close attention to their percentage. I might have missed some things, but I don't think they got any golden bananas yet. Well, TKettle must have freed Lanky, right? So he must have gotten that golden banana. He's probably on 6 at the moment. Yeah, because you can't do barrel and get key 5, then you can't have all the gongs, which it does hinder this challenge a little bit, but you have to be creative and try to find as much stuff as possible with DK, Diddy, and Lanky.
So GBs are going to be the most beneficial thing that they get.
Yeah.
Because they're the fastest to get for what they're worth. Like, as you can see, Candyboots got 2 GBs and jumped into first. It's, can happen very quickly. TKettle choosing to go to Galleon now. I think Galleon is a good level. There's a lot of really fast, lanky things to do in here. With a good skid jump backflip on Gold Tower, I think you can full clear the level with him, actually. All of his stuff. Swimming is allowed, they just, they have to pseudo dive to get under the water because they don't have actual diving. As per usual, they're allowed to do any glitches or do anything they can by any means, they just can't have completed the barrel.
Oh! That was funny. TKettle, because he doesn't have diving, when he got out of the what is it? Angar during the cutscene, like he just started floating to the surface. When he regained control, he was fine. For a moment there, I thought he would just straight up miss the GB, but then I realized that wouldn't be the case.
Oh, candyboots was gonna do that bonus barrel, but he realized it was gonna be really hard without vines to do a speedy swing sortie.
It might be possible to do it as DK, but is it going to be worth his time? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Oh!
TJ just tried to damage, get a dance skip with the damage from the beaver, but he only had a quarter melon, so he died trying to get the dance skip.
He did get the medal, though.
Yeah, he did. Actually, oh, he's not. Oh, okay. He is going back and forth. He's just choosing to get through with DK to avoid the cutscenes. Nice. That was really fast from TKettle. He's at 8 GBs now.
Great. I was just watching Znern. Znern just messed up and
oh my gosh,
died.
Whoa.
So he kept like trying to reach the lanky, but he kept falling out of the water and ended up.
TKettle can't do this. I think TKettle is trying to banana dupe, but he's not allowed to do that.
Oh, no, he's not doing seal race twice, is he?
Yes, he just did seal race twice. I watched him do it, and then I watched him do it again. We need to message him to let him know it's against the rules, because he's gonna keep doing it up. I'll take care of the numbers while you're messaging him. So we'll just have to not. He had 8 when he got it the first time, so we're gonna be counting it. We're gonna be
21.
counting. Yeah. We're gonna be the ones doing the percentage counting later anyway, so it's okay as long as we caught it.
So TKettle wasn't aware that the base, like the default rules for the DKCS is 101 rules, so that means no ISG and no golden banana duping. And he collected the seal race twice.
We have TJ in factory now, trying to get robot push.
favorite trick in the game. You can see why.
We're gonna have to catch up on counting because I think we got a little distracted by that.
It's gonna be a crown. Okay. No, Aztec isn't accessible because you need Simeon Slam to spawn the Vulture to do the GB.
Oh, right.
Other than that,
Yeah, you can get to the rest.
Caves require Simeon Slam. And
Oh, yeah! I totally
Fungi
forgot about
is
that
good,
one.
so yeah, 2 of them you can't do. Oh, and Fungi Lobby needs Chunky and Drillgon, so that's 3 of them. So you can only do 6 crowns.
Both of the ones in
Actually,
Isles.
both the one in Isles, you're right.
Wow,
5
there was
crowns.
way less than I thought. I really thought it was only Castle and Aztec.
So I think TJ is actually choosing not to go to Aztec at all, not to do try to do the phase walk.
It's a really
So,
risky play.
That will be tricky for him because he has only 2 Kongs to do this challenge with. So, especially given that Lanky is probably the easiest to get stuff with moveless. No, the other Isles one won't let you enter the crown if the boulder is on it.
Yeah, it's another fast GB that candyboots is getting here. The 2 in Isles. I really hope TJ changes his mind and tries to get into
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he might be able to do one of the old school strats to get into Aztec that doesn't require face walking, so he can even try that.
I think even if it were to take him like an extra 5 minutes to get into Aztec, it would be worth it just to get Lanky because his GBs stack up. Great. Znernicus with another medal.
Alright. I think medals are probably the ones that I'm gonna miss the most.
GBs will be easy. If we're behind and we see the number, it'll just catch up.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Yeah, we see TJ starting to fall back a little bit. Maybe it's because he only has 2 coins. Although it seems like he's been struggling a little bit in factory as well, so...
I don't think we ever did calculate what a max percent would be.
Yeah, we didn't,
We definitely
just,
counted a bunch of the things you can do, but I don't think we ever actually mapped it out.
I'm guessing the max percent is probably somewhere around like 20 to 25, but That's just a rough guess.
Oh, Candyboots trying to get all these pipe bananas without O stand. And he does it. Nice. Oh, Znernicus trying to get Diddy's blueprint up here.
He actually pulled this strat off like insanely fast when he was doing peak gameplay last time.
Nice moontail from TKettle.
There we go. We got on. Ooh, and he gets knocked out. My God.
Does he have guitar?
Welcome to bonus stage.
He probably does, but yeah, he probably does. And what he should do is play guitar once he gets on top.
I hope everyone remembers that the blueprints need to be turned in.
Yeah, they do need to set time aside for that. Like at 125 or so, they should go turn in the blueprints. Oh, he needs to does he need to shoot the switch?
Probably makes it easier to get on top.
Alright, let's see if I got behind on TK's GB count. I feel like I did. I did.
TKettle currently in the lead.
Yeah, although I might also be behind on Znernicus. I need to be paying closer attention. Alright, Znernicus still with the risky strat of no instrument, but he got it there this time.
Nice.
Ooh, is he out of Aztec already?
Yeah.
TKettle took a really quick trip to Aztec just to free Lanky, I think. Znernicus spent a lot more time than level, so now like TKettle is a whole level ahead.
Aztec has a lot of really slow bananas, I feel like, especially with the 3 kongs he has. So I wouldn't blame him for going and getting a lot of faster stuff first and going back to Aztec as a last resort later.
I did not know that clip that TJ just did. I don't know if you saw that. He got out of Diddy's R&D room by long jumping at the side of the glass wall and just like clipped in the wall and just back out the other side.
Oh, that's interesting. Alright, TKettle and Znernicus again mirroring each other. They're both going up to factory right now. We're all going to be in factory.
Factory's a pretty good level for bananas. Lanky's GBs and colored bananas are pretty good for everyone.
One of his easiest period GB is unaccessible though.
Right.
And actually, do you think we might see Znernicus do the new piano game strat? Because that's the only way they can do it without moves.
Oh, because yeah, that would be a rank stand for TBS.
Yeah.
You're right. That actually might end up paying off. Yeah, I must have missed. I think I missed the Llama Temple Fairy for. Or did you add that?
I added it.
Okay, nice.
Oh, come on! This moon kick can be so brutal sometimes. The one MrTkettle's trying to do right now.
For the Loppy GB.
TKettle's trying to get a moon kick off of that to get up to the bongo pad.
his 13th GB. Don't look at the count on the screen. Oh, so Znern actually didn't go to factory.
Did he not? I did see him go into Galleon, I guess I just forgot.
Yeah, he tagged Warp 4 and just dropped down to the cage GB for DK and straight to Galleon.
Okay, that's smart. Tagging Warp 4. Oh, TJ's getting in the Crusher room with this ledge clip up here.
I think I know why he tagged Warp 4 and just left. I think he's gonna try... Well, that would be crazy, actually. He might try to just use it later to go to Helm, and then maybe just clip out of Helm and do Factory on the Helm timer? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I feel like that wouldn't be worth it.
Helm isn't a bad place to go to, because you can get all 3 of their medals.
Right.
It'd be kind of tedious, but...
Yeah, medals are actually not worth that much, though. They're only 0.2% each.
But I still think that Helm is good because it has 2 fairies and a key all bundled right together. You could get 2 medals, a key, and 2 medals and a key, and then maybe like DK's medal.
I would say you could get the 2 fairies, the key, and DK's medal, yeah.
And then DK's blueprint outside the lobby. So that's 5 checks. That's checks. That's what, like 2-3% right there?
Key, 2 fairies.
And basically 2.
Actually, that's not that much. Key, 2 fairies, 1 medal, and a blueprint. That's only a little over 1%. So, like, Helm is worth 3 GBs.
2 medals and 2... Hold on, no, a GB, a medal, and 2 fairies, and a key.
Yeah. 2 fairies and a medal, that's 0.6. Key, that's 0.25, so that's 0.85 plus a GB, 1.25.
For some reason, I thought the keys were 0.5.
Yeah, no. The 0.5 are the crowns, actually. The crowns are worth surprisingly a lot. But you can only do 5 of them.
Oh, TJ's gonna use a moonkick here to get up to Diddy's bonus barrel. Lots of blueprint collecting going on, and when they turn in their blueprints, their percentages are just gonna jump right up. Lots of lanky going on right now.
And lots of Betty Barrel Bandit.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Yeah.
Mornin Robbie, thanks for the raid.
We're definitely missing a lot here, but it's okay. TJ's at 11. There you go. Just jumped him up a lot. Candy Boots is going in here for a balloon, I think. There's a balloon.
Well done!
Finally getting into the 7%, about almost 40 minutes in.
Yep. We're almost halfway through the challenge, so yeah, we might be looking at roughly like 12 to 15% maybe.
I don't think there's any way that's Candy Boots' first one. Zner just got a medal as well.
Yeah, I was putting that in. We're definitely gonna be off a little bit, but we'll get it sorted out at the end.
We're gonna have them go through all their totals live so we can count for certain.
Candy
DKsettle
Boots
just
getting
now
medal.
buying Peanut. Another fairy for Zner.
Did you enter Candy Boots' battle?
Yes, I did. TJ's just now
Getting camera.
camera.
Oh, I wonder how he got it actually. Morning, you mid. I didn't see how TJ got into Banana Fever Island because without maybe. Well, no, he can't use oranges.
Oh yeah.
Because if he can't dive, then he can't do swim through
Welcome
shores.
to bonus stage.
And I don't think there's a way to face swim to there. I know as a kid I found a method that is like different from this, but it uses Chunky's dive. It's like one of the few things that I discovered as a kid. Alright. MrTkettle in 16.
Candy Boots really feels like he's on a GB rush, which is a great strategy. Feels very go, go, go on his stream.
TJ is actually, like, he fell behind by a couple percentage points pretty early on, but he's been following the pace ever since. So I really think he's not out of it. Although, if he only has DK and Diddy, then he might start running out of levels before the others do. So I'm getting DK's blueprint here. Ooh. So either we haven't counted things right, or is Znernicus the only one who's paying attention to fairies at the moment? Candy Boots and TJ have one.
Fairies, as we mentioned, aren't hugely worth it.
Yeah, the crowns are definitely you want to go for all 5, I think. There's an argument for not going for the fungi one because it's so out of the way, but other than that, you kind of go for them. Falling down the hatch is lanky is something I haven't seen in about 1,000,000 years.
This is one of my favorite phase walks in the game that TJBlakely is doing. It feels so satisfying to get. It feels like you slide forward like 10 feet.
This is really close between candyboots, DK and Znernicus.
Well, it's not even just that TJ has one fewer Kongs. He's also shorting himself one whole level.
Yeah.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Yeah, it really has felt like there's been a lot of Batty Barrel Bandit.
Yeah, well, 2 out of 3 are available for them to get, and somewhat close to each other. So, yeah, I think we're just at the point of the challenge where you go in factory. So. Learn with a rough phase swim at. Alright, if we counted right, then TJBlakely is now in the lead.
Oh, TJ's given up on the galleon ferry, it seems like. Oh no, he's just doing it from this side, okay.
Okay, sorry, I thought he already got it.
Stay on your side. Did you take it off?
Yeah. Alright, we might see our first key. Actually, it might be kind of helpful to just go turn in key 4 to not bother with fungi early if you're getting it anyway.
Honestly, yeah. Candyboots has really been doing crowns, it feels like. Oh, they all have been, yeah. Seeing so many crowns, I don't even know where I'm seeing it.
Is this why Znernicus has been holding off on visiting Helm's in the first place?
Seeing a key 4 turn in after Kalemzi opens Japes is not something I've ever seen before.
Yeah. Key 5 is the only one we would ever see. TJBlakely is struggling with that phase walk a little bit.
Oh, he's just gonna get the bananas. I kind of thought we were gonna see candyboots go do cup toss there.
It is a rather big time investment for only 0.25%, but
you're also saving time on fungi early, like you said.
Yeah, if you're struggling to find things to do at some point, then it's still good. Znern with a 6 out of 10 puff toss.
Candyboots and TJBlakely tied. Yes, all 4 of the playoff runners are running on N64.
Ooh. TJBlakely the first on 10%. Znern did also ask me about GB duping, so he knows not to do this more than once.
Yeah, if we did allow GB duping, I think we would have had 4 people doing seal race skip over and over again for half an hour, or entering and exiting fungi and getting the mill GB over and over again.
Yeah, I think Seal Race is definitely the faster one to do that with.
Yeah. Oh, more puff toss. Lots of puff toss happening.
Alright, so they're not a galleon. I think he only got Lanky's medal in that stage. Yeah, candyboots is going for a puff toss as well.
So what is there to do in caves?
Not much. You can do 2 of the 5-door igloos. And
You could do DK 5-door
Diddy's-
cabin.
Diddy's 5-door cabin with shockwave. The lower one at least. Beetle race if
Is
you're
it possible
insane.
to get Diddy's Mad Maze Mall GB if you get over there and then drop and then get over there again?
Maybe with like a phase walk and like out of bounds wall crawl. But yeah, you could do Lanky Beetle Race if you're actually nuts, but I don't think we'll see anyone doing that. I think TJBlakely is straight up ignoring DK's medal here, which I think is a smart move because there's so many bananas in Be Blessed.
I think there's only 10. Oh, but I don't think it's possible because there's 30 inside the lighthouse.
Oh, I was talking about TJBlakely in caves.
I thought you said
There's
TJ.
20 in the Bee
Sorry.
Blast. There's 20 in the Bee Blast, and I think those are the only ones that like you cannot get, but that makes it a lot harder to get the medal. And also you need to remember that medals are worth half a GB, so like is it really worth it to get 75 bananas for half the time you would
I feel like 90
spend on
minutes
one banana?
is a good amount of time to clear a bunch of levels as 3 Kongs. So honestly, medals are not a bad idea. I don't think they're a waste of time.
Yeah, 90 minutes is just where you would start, like, just running out of things to do, so... They still have over half an hour to go. Most of them still have, like, 2 levels they haven't cleared. Plus Helm, so like 2.5. Most of them haven't gone to Fungi and Caves yet, or are just starting to. Also, a lot of them didn't do a Japes revisit with Lanky.
That as well.
I didn't pay attention if Znernicus actually turned in the Key 4 after all. Oh no, he was on the rim. TKettle with the Tag Warp 5 strat for Lanky's blueprint, but he got denied.
Oh, these Kasplats have been brutal in this this challenge.
Just shout out to Ty for first place at the moment.
This trick that candyboots is trying to do here is way harder than it looks.
The skid jump backflip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the skid jump. Skid jump backflips in general are really hard because the skid jump inherently gives you a bunch of speed, so you need to kill that speed before you backflip. So you need to like do it up against a wall, but then skidding is hard when you're up against a wall, so it's like kind of just tricky to do it. Homing ammo less, DK cabin on TKettle's side. He really is using the right strat for it though. Jumping up on the box in the corner lets you turn this into a 2D minigame. There we go.
Oh, okay, I thought TJ was gonna go for this barrel for a second, which cannot be done without vines.
Maybe with a moontail off the water.
Can you do that?
Oh, Znernicus with the void out.
Is that a real thing or is that a joke?
No, I was memeing. Will we see an attempt at a rabbit race skip until he realizes he can't do TBS? And like his blueprint. TKettle is just ignoring medals and caves altogether, I think. Actually has been ignoring medals the entire time unless I miscounted one. Honestly, the primary focus really should be golden bananas for everyone, but I feel like if you really only focus on that, you might just end up running out of things to do before the end.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, TKettle's
It's
trying
back.
to get back.
It's spotty.
It's struggling a little bit.
The audio's on. Okay.
Thank you.
There we
Robbie.
go.
Ooh, nice. Znernicus still managed to get the shockwave out.
TKettle is at 26 bananas.
Yeah, I was gonna update that. I think, sorry, I was just gonna say, I think Znern and TKettle, I think, are starting to near the end of what they can do without, like, struggling. TKettle is out of his 5th level. Now he's going to Fungi, which is the last level he can access other than Helm and Jade's Revisit. Although his visit to Aztec was really quick, so he might just go to Aztec afterwards and clean that up.
Yeah. We're hoping to see some scraping the bottom of the barrel going on at the end to see what people can come up with.
Although they do have to spend the last like 4 or 5 minutes or so turning in blueprints, otherwise that would be a huge hit to their percentage if they didn't think of doing that.
Yep.
They probably will be sitting on about 15 golden bananas, so that's like 6% that they would be giving up if they forgot Snides. This is still extremely close between the top 3 right now. Unfortunately for TJ, I think the lack of phase walk is really gonna do him in. Oh, Znern with the fake out.
Oh!
Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I think I was watching TKettle do Fungi early, just like a minute ago. Znern has been in Fungi for a while. No, I mean he was in Fungi for a while, and then he left Fungi, and he had trouble loading the room and died there. But yeah, I saw TKettle's Fungi early, and then Znern leaving Fungi, and I just mistook them for the same player. I think it's gonna come down to who's gotten more blueprints.
Yeah. Do we think we're gonna see anyone get over 20? Can you get over 20? Probably, with all the fairies and such.
20%, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think you can get over 20. Can you do it within 90 minutes? That's another question.
All the blueprints are gonna shoot them up pretty high.
Yeah, I like to think that they can reach 20, yeah. I think blueprints will be worth about 4.5 to 5%. I'm expecting about 12 blueprints. Maybe even a little more. Actually, there's aisles as well. Actually, yeah, maybe like 18 to 18 blueprints. 15 to 18 blueprints.
You can't get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they should be getting close to like 7% with the blueprints, so something like 21 to 24% winning score should be likely. Ooh, that was an odd. I thought TKettle would have that gun dive, but he like surfaced weirdly afterwards. He took the time to go all the way up the fungi mushroom so he can do the crown. And can he do anything else in here? He could do dark room, right? Or no, that light room is the one you can phase walk in, and that requires Simian Slam. And dark room, you would need Simian Slam while super to open the door. And orange clipping or skew otherwise. Skew, can that be done? You could do damage skew, take rope 5 up. Wait, did he get it? Okay, he did get it. For a second, I thought that Znernicus pause exited without getting the lanky 5-3 GB.
Worth noting, Znernicus, TKettle, and candyboots all have the exact same amount of gold bananas.
Yep. My sledge grab to cancel the damage.
Did you put down TKettle's crown?
Yeah. We have 25 minutes to go. It's funny how, like, everyone did a pretty similar level progression, like level order, and they all end up, like, all ended up in Factory Galleon around the same time. Now they're all in Fungi and Caves at the same time. It's fun because it really resembles like the typical route you would take in like a bingo or even well, in a bingo or in like most DKCS races we do and stuff like that. But in this case, given that there's no training barrels, like once you have all the comms and the moves they can get, then like any level order makes sense because there's nothing you can get from any other level.
I think the order that they all did was very habitual.
Yeah. Mornin celebrity. Looks like someone isn't giving up on bananas. He's still collecting colored bananas in caves. Also doing the cabin, although he's not doing it from the box, that's going to be harder for him. Or from the books, rather.
Do we want to give a little update to what's going on? Just a little reminder about where we're at right now.
Sure. So the big sort of like obstacle in this challenge is getting it to Aztec, because Aztec lets you free Lanky, and DK, Diddy, and Lanky are the only Kongs you can get with no training barrels. The problem is TJ doesn't do phase walking, and phase walk Aztec early is like by far the easiest way to get into Aztec without training barrels, because all the other common methods aren't doable. Without oranges you can't do the orange clip, and without diving you can't do beaver skew. So basically TJ chose to just ignore Aztec entirely, which means he's on 2 Kongs instead of 3. So that basically cuts down his potential by 33%. And as you can see, he's down by about like a third from the others, so that kind of matches up. We feared that this might happen, but yeah, it's in the playoffs we figured that having a phase walk be more or less required would Like that. That's why we pushed this challenge for the playoffs rather than having it in the regular series. So Tiny, the problem is if you want to free her normally, you need Chimpy Charge. And if you want to free her with Cutout, you need Barrel to do Key 5.
Oh, Candy Boots is turning in blueprints. We're probably gonna see him jump into first here. TJBlakely is skewed with Link. Oh, skew with Linky! He could do Dark Room. Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You skew on the vines, then use Warp 5.
Yes, of course. Nice. Is he getting another bunch? No, he's not worrying about medals.
Yeah, I think TKettle just ignored medals the entire time.
The fact that he's keeping up this, like, close to where Znernicus and Candy Boots are without getting medals is kind of impressive.
Yeah, medals or fairies. He's just been on GBs and crowns.
Oh, I didn't see the amount that it says. I'll pay attention this time.
He's gonna jump up even more now.
Oh, I love this strat that Znernicus about to do to get up to the guitar pad without rocket barrel.
Yeah, the Moontail.
Nice. Oh, so close. Yeah, there you go. You can do it right from the edge.
Alright, Candy Boots is on 30 something. I thought that was gonna be it.
36.
36. Yeah, they are extremely limited because you can't have, like, just the training barrels themselves give you really basic stuff that, like, actually ends up being used all the time. And then you also can't get Simian Slam, and you can't get any other cranky moves. You're limited to just the instruments and the guns, and Shockwave, and camera.
Is TJBlakely gonna get this without
Welcome to
vibes?
bonus stage.
I think he's probably realizing now that that's not gonna happen. There we go, the pause out.
Unless there's a chance he went in there by accident because he was just trying to get the clip and he did just kind of drop it.
Right. Yeah, that's possible. I think Candy Boots turn in blueprints with everyone except Lanky, or did I not pay
He
attention?
might have been turning them in when we were paying attention. TJBlakely. Because it felt like he was in that room for a while.
Yeah, we'll see if he has 40 something. That definitely is what he did.
Yeah.
Which I feel it's kind of early to turn in blueprints with 20 minutes to go, but
He's been to
Maybe
every
he's
level,
just-
hasn't he?
yeah, I was gonna say maybe he's just planning on going to Helm next and then, like, doesn't really know what he's gonna do after that.
Yeah, he did turn them in.
Alright, so Candy Boots with the lead, but it's kind of a fake one because of the turn-ins that everyone's... Oh, TJBlakely is about to turn in blueprints as well, so he's gonna shoot up. Oh no, Znernicus again!
These Kasplats
Oh my
today.
god. Getting up to hard to reach places only to get knocked down by Kasplats is Znernicus' theme tonight. I feel like the Aztec Tiny Temple one was more painful, although getting knocked down twice might take the cake. Alright, 32 for TJBlakely. That's a slightly disappointing amount of Diddy blueprints. Are you counting TJ's medal here in Fungi? He just got one.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my,
man!
number 3. I'm glad that Znernicus has kept his mic on for this this moment.
Excited to watch it.
There we go. Much easier blueprint to get.
Yeah. Is he gonna go back up for the other one? No.
Oh, he just gave up on it?
I
That's
think so. Because he got knocked down, he got ditties, and then
he got up again, and then they can never keep him down. Except they did.
Alright, return to
Oh,
Jace.
he's back? He's going back. Why didn't he just tag up the warp 4? I'm confused.
Maybe he was second guessing whether he wanted to or not. Oh, Candyboots is going to Helm. He's trying to get uncrouched TBS. Wow. And we have 15 minutes left on the timer. I'm hoping
Fairy
Candy
for
Boots can get
TJ?
up to Helm.
TJ goes into the 10% with that fairy.
Yeah. He's probably above 10% at this point.
Yeah.
Again, it's really
there's a-
hard for 2 people to be paying attention to everything that 4 people are getting. Come on, Candy Boots.
Welcome to
Not a fairy
bonus
prisoner.
stage.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is why Candy Boots decided to turn in blueprints a little earlier. I think he had Helm in his sights to end the challenge with.
I think without blueprint turn-ins, Znernicus would still be in the lead.
Yeah.
15.9 blueprint turn-ins is really high.
Yeah, assuming that he has about 15 blueprints, he would definitely be winning once he turns in the blueprints. TJBlakely on 45 golden bananas. Again, excluding the one that he duped. No, I think if Znernicus also wants to go to Helm, I think he needs to do that now. But at this point, he's probably just thinking it's not worth it. When you really think about like how much everything is worth, I think there's a good argument to make that Helm is not actually worth the trip. Even though it would seem like it is at first glance. It just turns out that those collectibles just aren't worth that much percentage points.
TJBlakely hasn't gone to BFI yet.
Oh, that's why he's ignoring fairies.
That makes sense. He's probably now, with only 12 minutes to go, trying to scrape for anything he can get, and fairies at this point are worth it once you've exhausted most of the GBs.
I kind of forgot that Znernicus had never visited Factory, actually.
Oh yeah, he tagged Warp 4 in
Yeah, I thought that this was like a kind of like a revisit, scrape the bottom of the barrel, but
Alright, TKettle's making his return trip to Aztec now. I think this is a good thing to do for your last 10 minutes.
oh, candyboots did get TBS after all.
Oh, okay, good.
And TJ is setting up to do that too. TJ hasn't turned in blueprints yet though, has he?
I don't think so.
So I think he's gonna get DK's blueprint, so that makes sense that he would not turn in DK's blueprints, but
If you're heading right for key 8, if you ignore DK's medal, it's not scary to be doing this with 10 minutes left on the clock, because you're only going to be in Helm for like 2 minutes.
right. I think if he gets this TBS fairly quickly, he's probably gonna have time to do DK's medal, get key 8, get the 2 fairies, then turn in blueprints, and that's gonna be it for him. If he takes longer, then he probably would have to forego. I think he got it right, yeah.
Znern is doing the piano game spawn snag
Ooh.
without moves.
Yeah.
Oh, he loaded the room. Dang. Is he gonna try again?
He needs to leave the level if he wants to do that. Although the crown might reset it. The crown would reset that, right?
No, I'm pretty sure you have to leave the level.
Because
I could be wrong,
entering
but-
funky and leaving just resets round 1. So
Oh,
I think
you're right.
I think the crown does it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh. He's so close to being able to get that. You need to be able to lag your way over to him. Which is hard to do without oranges, very easy to do with oranges.
I think he's just waiting for a slam and to get damaged by the slam.
Oh, I was thinking maybe it would make, again, like, create lag. I think that's what he's going for, yeah.
Oh yeah, just the slam gets enough lag. The blueprints aren't worth anything before they're turned in. So this is why candyboots and TKettle are sitting on higher percentages, because they already turned in their blueprints and TJ and Znern haven't. Looks like TJ actually didn't go for key 8. He's just going back to something to turn in blueprints. Ooh, is he gonna try to go into Aztec with 8 minutes to go? No way. He's gonna caves. Or fungi? Has he not visited fungi? No, he did visit fungi.
Like caves.
Caves. Caves is a good turn in the level. Yeah, so Zner is not going to Helm. I think Candyboots is the only one who went.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for the medal, unless that's what he's doing now.
Oh, TKettle is probably sitting on 2 fairies with this one, because he must have gotten the one right outside BFI. I'm gonna assume that's what happened.
Oh, Znern's finally turning in blueprints.
Alright, we'll see the damage.
He's probably going up to like 22 here.
Maybe even 23.
Maybe 23, yeah. Oh, you can't do this GB without slam. I think he just realized that. TKettle just went into matching game, opened it up, and then realized, nope, you need slam to do that. Candyboots trying to figure out what he's gonna do now. Luckily, he doesn't need to reset console because the timer on his Helm timer is way bigger than what he has left. They are in their last 6 minutes now, coming on.
Oh, he's going to get another blueprint before turning them in. I think we're starting to see a little bit of what am I doing next from from TKettle and Candyboots.
Yeah.
Either Temple is a good place to go.
He's
Yeah, Znern only turned in DKs. He's still doing
got
other
2
stuff.
more to go.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Candyboots also making a return trip to Aztec now.
Well done!
Or is he not? That was interesting. Wonder if he was deciding if he even wanted to go in.
Wow, Znern is pushing it. Going for Mad Maze Mall. And open the painting room. And he probably doesn't even have Lanky's blueprint. I feel like he's kind of stretching a little bit.
He might be setting up for a bunch, but he definitely has time to change his mind. We have to remember, so all the GBs that they get from turning in blueprints, they don't actually get them until the moment this moment right here on TKettle's stream. So
Yeah.
even though they're coming down one by one, they don't actually go into your inventory pretty much until you have all of them. So if someone is in the middle of snides when the time stops, they're not gonna get any of those blueprint GBs.
Yeah. I have, so for some of them, I have been counting up the percentage counter as the GBs pour in, but technically they only get them once the GB count shows up.
I'm guessing Znern here is gonna get Linky's blueprint and then go
And just go turn in, yeah. He was also getting Diddy bananas, but he's still a little bit away from that medal. I don't think he's gonna get that medal in time.
Oh, and TJ's finally turning in blueprints as well here. I'm gonna keep an eye on his number. Oh, wow.
Alright. Go turn in your blueprints there. TKettle 49. Will anyone reach 50 golden bananas? Hell yeah, Jeff. Alright, let's see that counter, that percentage counter go up.
Last 2 minutes here. TJ gets up to 30.
As always, Znern takes the lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Oh, 48, I miscounted one. I think maybe the man maze mall I didn't count. You're very far from your mic.
Okay.
You could hear me?
Yeah, I could.
That's interesting because my mic was muted.
Actually, I've been able to hear you twice. I think there's some other mic picking you up. I'm not sure how that's going on. Oh, looks like I was wrong to expect TKettle to have gotten this fairy before. Alright, 30 seconds to go.
And like always, there's going to be like a 10-second grace period because of the stream delay.
Hi.
Morning, TKettle.
I don't have time for anything else, so
All good.
I have like 20 seconds left, so I thought I'd just hop in.
Would you mind pausing then?
Done.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. An hour and a half has passed. Will Znern have time? I don't think so.
Everyone's gotta hop in. Mornin.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Wait, are we that behind on Stern's stream?
Oh no, I didn't have
Oh.
to get
We're
this.
gonna,
Okay.
we're gonna need to everyone to pause, and one by one, we're gonna have you go through your totals so that we can calculate it really fast.
Have
Then
fun
just
in the
look
next
at the,
match, everyone.
Title screen. Wouldn't that be easier? Just a ballpark number.
Not since I duped a GB when I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to.
TKettle duped a GB.
Oh. I asked if it was allowed. It's not.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, never mind.
kind of frustrated with myself because
Znern, why are you not just checking your totals?
I'm checking the file total. I don't know. I just
Well-
thought it would make sense for a percentage thing to check.
No, we're doing the exact percentage count, so we need the totals from like the items.
Well, that's true, but wouldn't it be like nice to know if you're within 1% of the correct answer ahead of time? Or do you not want to give it away?
It's fine.
It's fine. Sorry about that.
but no, I'm annoyed with myself because I don't know why I didn't even ask about that, but in my mind it was just like, okay, the most blatantly obvious way to get percentage up quickly is to just dupe the CRHGB and the one in the mill. And I'm like, so obviously if it was not allowed, it would be on the rules. But that was my bad.
I thought
should
about it. I was like, would it be on the rules?
All
And
right,
then
so
I
let's go
realized-
through the totals so we can make sure that, because we tried to count up for
Alright,
the whole
yes.
race, but we probably missed, especially fairies and medals.
Yeah.
Can we see candyboots go through totals quickly, slowly?
Okay, I don't know, like how slowly you want me to. I don't know.
I'll just left go to the things. 44 bananas. Crowns. Oh crap! I
Just
just
like
realized
2 seconds.
that.
Just like 2 seconds on each is enough.
Yeah. Just go through them. 2 seconds on each is good.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't believe how trolled I got on so many blueprints. Flat's knocking me down from
Alright.
places. Cost like 5 minutes.
Are you doing it or am I doing it, Bismuth?
I can do it.
Okay. TKettle.
50 GBs because the 51st was
Yeah.
duped. 4 crowns, 2 fairies because I didn't think I'd have time for fairies, and so I did that right at the end.
EJ 31 GBs. Oh, TJ still here?
Yep, I was scrolling through.
Oh, okay. 3, 1.
I already know I'm out. I couldn't unlock more than just Diddy because I couldn't get into Aztec because oranges weren't allowed.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
That's
I
I
guess
thought about
23 is needed for like the beaver skew method.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like
Ugh.
this was an immediate loss for me the moment I saw the rules.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did think about this when coming up with this challenge, and we put we put it in a playoffs for that reason. Like aside from the phase walkastic early, the other two methods are like the ledge clip standing attack with Diddy or the ledge clip moon kick on the stairs with DK, and both of them are absolutely stupid. So we kind of knew that this was sort of like a phase walk, basically mandatory for that one trick, but. Yeah, it was. We figured like putting it in playoffs was fair game at that point.
Yeah, that's what I thought about because I was so frustrated with myself when I wasted like 2 minutes duping a GB, and then I thought about it. I'm like, well, I still might have a shot because I thought you might have trouble getting into Aztec, TJ. So
I just didn't even bother.
Yeah.
Total
It's very-
confirmed.
it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess because of the phase walks thing, this was pretty brutal. I did think at some point, like, man, being able to do a lot of phase walks is going to help a lot for this challenge.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was mostly just time management.
Unfortunately, in fourth place, getting knocked out is TJ with 16.6%. But still a really, really good performance,
Awesome to have
given
you
that you have
series,
two
man.
cons.
Yeah.
In third place is candyboots with 21.6. In second place is MrTkettle with 22.4, and Znernicus wins with 25.2%.
Wow, I can't believe I beat
man.
Candy Boots.
That's quite close between the two. I knew that I blew a few percentage points and more, but well, maybe not a few percentage points, a few fractions of a percent, but like you must have seen how many times the Kasplats knocked me down from high places.
Oh, yeah.
That was
3 times in factory on DK's, once on Diddy's in Aztec after like spending way too long to get up there without rocket barrel.
What about Lanky's Caves?
Lanky's Caves. No, I tagged Warp 5 and then Shockwaved from the other side, so that was fine. No, the other one was, I think Diddy or DK's and Galleon knocked me down as well.
Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking initially. I'm like, well, I'm just barely gonna have time to get all the GBs that are possible. So I didn't even. I should have right off the bat face walked into BFI, but I didn't get the camera until like the last 15 minutes. So that cost me a lot because I could have got at least another 7 or 8 fairies, I imagine.
Yeah, I went to BFI right away. I figured even though fairies aren't worth that many percentage points, they're quick.
How many crowns did everyone get?
3. I mean, I could have gotten fungi with like more climbing, but I was kind of trying to prioritize hitting every level with at least 10 minutes to spend in each level from that point on.
Crowns are worth more than GBs, right? I was thinking they were.
Yeah, crowns are 0.5.
Yeah.
They're tied with Nintendo and Rareware Coin as the most valuable single collectible.
Gotcha. There was a couple of the longer ones I didn't really want to do, but then I think they're worth more points, more percentage than GBs. So.
Did you look up the percentage, or did anyone else look up what the percentages are at the start of the challenge?
I roughly knew them, but I looked them up anyway.
Yeah, I looked them up because I wasn't sure. I thought fairies might have been worth more, but they aren't. So I didn't go out of my way for a couple of the more distant ones. I still got 6 though. But I made a note right away that like GBs and battle crowns are going to be the priority here. And I kept having to remind myself not to go do things that require Simian Slam. I think I did a pretty good job of not actually getting towards something that needed a move that I didn't have. There was a few times. There's a few close calls. I did think about bosses, and I did too. That Galleon boss was the only one I could do, and I did it, even though it's probably not worth the 0.25. But I knew I wanted to visit K Lumsey for the Lanky GB anyway, and I was like ready to go to Fungi next. I was like, might as well just like get Key 4 and then turn it in while doing the Cage GB, and then skip having to do Fungi early. But yeah, that was an interesting challenge. What did everyone think of it?
I was so unprepared for this. It took me like, I feel like it took me a minute to leave training grounds because I was trying to phase walk, and then I'm like, oh god, I gotta pseudo dive. It's just like so much stuff I'm not used to doing, but I had to really think on my feet with this one. There was a lot. There was probably like 5 or 10 times I went to do a GB and then I realized I needed slam.
Yeah, there were several ones that I almost went to do, and then I realized I need slam for like, or sometimes it wasn't slam, it was like vines. So like I had originally thought of doing Diddy's 5-door ship, but then I realized no, that's vines. And then like Jape's speedy swing sortie, I thought of it right as I was going to get Lanky's blueprint there. The only things that didn't really pan out for my planned route was obviously like I lost so much time falling on Casplats that I never had like that leftover time at the end to go to Helm and get the key 8 and fairies, because that's sort of what I was gonna do if I found myself like done the sort of first pass through all the levels. So I never went to Helm. As far as I'm aware, you can't free Tiny or Chunky because you can't get key 5.
Yeah, I thought about that pretty quick. I'm like, dang, you can only do 3 Kongs with this.
Yeah. I did buy everyone's gun and instrument, although I now realize that Lanky's instrument didn't really help at all because you can't get his Isles instrument pad without Chunky. And what was the other really meme thing that happened? Oh yeah, when I was in caves, I decided not to buy homing ammo, and I regret that because I went and tried to do DK's 5-door cabin anyway, and I had 1 zinger left and ran out of ammo.
It would have been easier if you went on top of the books in the right corner, because you turn it into like a 2D thing where you're at the same height as them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. But I was close to being able to get that GB, regardless. How many medals did people go for? Because I originally thought I would do more, and then I kind of quickly realized that they're 2 out of the way.
0.
So,
I have 4.
I got 7.
I guess that makes sense with fewer Kongs.
I really thought about like doing Lankies in factory because I slid down the pipe so I could tag DK up there while I was up there, but I ended up I knew I was going to be pushing it to get every single GB possible without
It
moves.
was one of the later levels for me, so I at that point didn't even attempt to get any medals. I got like DK and Diddy's and Japes near the beginning. Wait, no, I didn't even get Diddy's and Japes, so just DK's. And then DK's and Aztec. And my third would have been, I think, Lanky's and Galleon? Because I did almost all of the Lanky stuff in Galleon. Actually, I did. Yeah, I got all 5 Lanky GBs in Galleon.
I thought about
Or did you use Lanky for Seal Race?
No, I used Diddy for Seal Race, I think.
I was upset with myself because I bought Diddy's gun specifically to get the Cage GB and Isles, and when I left Fungi, I just forgot and dropped down, and it's like, dang, that's a super quick GB I forgot about.
I took Diddy up with the cannon from having turned key 4 to get the cage before, because I wanted to leave
smart.
with DK since I figured I might need to moonkick to get into Cave's lobby.
Yeah, that was probably really worth it then to do Puff Tuck, because I was thinking that also makes it where you don't have to do Fungi early, which is saves you probably like at least like 45 seconds.
I mean, yeah, it's debatable. Boss keys are sadly only 0.25%. But I think it was at least partially justified.
Yeah, for sure.
And then otherwise I just made notes that I was like I felt like I was really slow out of my first couple of levels. Like it was already almost 50 minutes in when I left my third level, which was Galleon. It was like Jabe's Aztec Galleon. And I told myself, I want to spend no more than 10 minutes on each remaining level, because I had 40 minutes left and 4 levels to visit. Well, including the Japes revisit, because I hadn't been to Japes with Lanky. And I knew I would want to turn blueprints in there. So I just, like, stuck to that schedule. Spent 10 minutes in fungi, 10 minutes in caves, 10 minutes in factory, and then the last 10 minutes in Japes, rushing to turn in my blueprints and picking up whatever I could with Lanky. I didn't get around to everything. I ran out of time, like, right before picking up the painting room GB. But I think, despite falling down in some bad ways and having a bit of a slow start, then I managed my time well.
Can you get, because I went to do them fungi, then I realized you couldn't do it that way. Can you get, like, say for example in Japes or anywhere, I guess, you can't get gun skew without diving, right? Because as soon as you hit the water.
Oh, right. Yes, the other big problem that I faced was I died trying to free Lanky the first time because I tried to, like, do the standard
Oh, I
cue
could have
with camera, and I kept, like,
Yeah,
not swimming.
I could have just swam out of bounds, jumped on, and then pulled out my gun. I wasn't thinking.
I don't actually know if that would have worked, and I was too scared to
Oh,
try for the rest of the challenge.
Actually, I think it doesn't, because I think I've tried that in No Logic Randos before. I think if you don't have diving, I don't even think you can walk out of bounds, because I think as soon as you hit the water plane, it puts your guns away.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does that.
that's what happened. So basically,
Okay.
I was like, dang, I can't do gun skew, and I can't do cannon skew in Japes either, because no oranges.
Yeah.
So I
was there a way?
never got,
Was
like,
there a way to get
Lanky's
those?
HGB in Japes, for example.
Can you face into Diddy's cage, GB there?
You could,
You
or
phase
you
into
could,
Diddy's.
like, lag clip on the slope and walk around the back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You could also just go and get damage skew off of the beaver in the tunnel to Cranky. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay, that would be the way to get skew. I
Yeah.
didn't think of that at the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, congratulations to TJ for reaching the playoffs and playing on 9 years of Rust and still doing really, really well in the DKCS.
I don't want your pity.
But yeah, unfortunate that you got knocked out. But for the next challenge, the semifinals, you're still welcome to join the race if you want.
Yeah,
like
we'll
anyone,
see.
you're welcome to join and play the challenges, even if there's only 3 people competing in the playoffs. But speaking of that next challenge, I think it's time to reveal the hint for the
Does everyone have the stream
semifinals.
open?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, I didn't hear from candyboots if you wanted to talk about your route.
Oh, I don't
Which is
really know if I
Thailand.
have much to say. I felt like I was going pretty fast through all of my levels in the beginning. Probably the first hour, I felt like I was really doing well, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to Helm next, and then
Oh,
that was a
boy.
bad idea because I think I spent like 4 minutes on TBS. It was bad.
Oh, that's
And
rough.
then, yeah, and then I couldn't get into. Let's see, I got the key in the fairies, and then I tried to get into Lanky's room, and then I inbounded, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go to Aztec. Not
Yeah.
doing this. But, yeah. I don't know. That was the only real thing, though.
Yeah,
I felt
kind
pretty
of was
good about
saving
all of my
Helm
decisions.
for the end if I had time left over, but I thought, what is the cumulative percentage of the key and fairies? It's only like what is that? 0.65% in the key 8 room. So it's like 2 GBs is worth more than that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could do DK's metal. I guess you could do the other Kongs as well, but it's just not worth it.
You could
Yeah,
do
we were
metal,
talking
but
about
then yeah,
DK's
it's still
we were talking
basically
about how like going to Helm is getting you like at most 1.25 if you get the blueprint and the DK medal and the key 5 and the 2 fairies. Key 8 and the 2 fairies. And then if you spend a lot more time, you could get Diddy's and Mikey's medals, but that's really not worth it.
Yeah, the distribution of percentage is definitely not well aligned to the amount of effort it takes to get the things. Like medals
So I think
should be
people
worth more,
can
but yeah.
see the hint at the moment for the next challenge.
Ah, yes. So this is, oh, it's like a treasure map. That's fun.
It looks like in the middle it's an arrow going outside the box, so maybe it's going to require lots of out of bounds.
Ah,
That could be just a random guess, but
this is interesting. And like left, like cardinal directions showing up here. It has to do with the Bielaka secret code. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea. Looks fun.
What if it's another word that's not map, and it's just cut off?
ham. It's backwards.
Ham, yeah.
Also, I just want to
Can't be
appreciate
done.
again this full image of the untrained labor. This I was like very fooled at first, and I was like, how in the world did she create like a mini restaurant bar? And then I realized it's clearly photoshopped, but like it's very, very nicely done to the point where it fooled me at the first glance.
With the Donkey Kong cap.
It's too bad the apron isn't very visible. I need to like show this.
I never would have thought this challenge had was going to be what it was, based off that hint. The hint picture did not give away this at all.
No, not at all. I agree. Let me see if this is gonna work. Why is that not there?
Yeah, we actually changed this like half an hour before the challenge. Just because since it's called the training barrels, I was like, what if we just called it untrained rather than unskilled?
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, for some reason I'm having trouble turning in my webcam for it to show on the stream, so oh well. I'll share it in the Discord later, the full DK outfit. It's just the same logo on the apron.
Yeah, not even ashamed did an absolutely stellar job with the pictures.
And you can actually like hide the apron behind his back and take it off. Very nice. Oh, do we want to try scheduling the next challenge while we're here?
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
probably
I'm gonna go ahead and stop stream before we do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Thanks
should wrap up the stream.
Thanks everyone for watching. We post in the DK64 speedrunning Discord when the challenges are scheduled, and we'll see everyone for playoff challenge 2 whenever we have that scheduled for.